The Cedar Falls Public Works Department entered into a contract with Motor Parts Corporation, doing business with NAPA for vendor-managed inventory services. This ultimately changes the way mechanics go about getting parts for repairs. The Public Works Department recently changed the way they go about acquiring parts for their equipment. There is now a parts store within the Public Works facility, which is anticipated to save both time and money.
The city has recently entered into an agreement with Motor Parts Equipment Corporation, doing business with NAPA, for vendor-managed inventory services for the city of Cedar Falls. And basically what that is a parts store that's located at our shop. It's for exclusive use by the city for all of our parts needs, for all of our fleets, for chainsaws, for equipment, things like that. What this does is basically give us the opportunity to have somebody else manage all of that for us. We basically get invoiced once a month by this company. Our potential savings for the life of the contract will be approximately, will be a minimum of $200,000 for a 3-year contract. We're hoping we're hoping for that number to be even larger than that. The more volume we can do out of this parts store, the more savings we're going to realize. The national average for parts markup is about 30% if you go to the parts store to pick up whatever you need for your vehicles. But with this contract, we're at 8% over their acquisition costs. So a significant savings right up front. We do have a parts manager provided by them that manages the store. He manages all the inventory. He takes that inventory and does our repair orders for us. So all of that work and tracking of the vehicle program is done by this parts manager in that store, who is provided by NAPA. So that saves us some man hours as well.
This integrated business solution through NAPA has only been in effect for a couple weeks now, since the contract was signed a month ago. Though this does affect the public works staff, the majority of the training falls on the NAPA-employed parts manager, who will have to learn about the public works equipment, what is needed for their inventory, and what parts they need for their equipment. So how will this change the process for the mechanics?
Before, what we do is the mechanic or I would have to call for the part and find out where the part was at, how much it cost, and we'd check at least 2 or 3 places to make sure we got the part at the least amount of cost anyway. And then we'd either have to run after it or have it delivered here, wait for him to deliver it, to where now Dwan, he does all that. He takes care of it. All we do is come up here and tell him what we need for a part. And if we don't have one in stock, what he'll do is he'll call either the store or another store somewhere, or even another outside vendor, and have that part brought in for us. So it gives the guys more time out in the shop than in previous years. So.
With the NAPA-employed parts manager taking care of all the inventory, it keeps the public works staff hands-off. They do not have access to the parts room anymore. NAPA is the owner of that inventory now. Public Works is excited to see the benefits of this contract as it becomes commonplace. To learn more about all the services that the Public Works Department does, go to cedarfalls.com/PW.